Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to be going through question 3 on the sample Leaving Cert Computer Science higher level paper. So this question gives us a truth table and a logic diagram, and from the logic diagram we have to go and complete the missing numbers in the truth table. We can see the first row has already been filled in for us, but the other ones are not. So we're going to go and jump to the blackboard and we're going to draw out this diagram, and given the inputs A and B, we're going to go through each solution, so it should make a little bit more sense. So on our blackboard I've drawn out the circuit that it gives us in the question, and I've highlighted the two letters Q and P, and I've also done out this little truth table. So the first one is filled out for us, but let's just go through how they got to that answer. So I'm going to just change the color of my pen. Now we look at A and B. So this is A and B here, and we're given the value of A to be 0, and we're given the value of B to also be 0. This is a NOT gate, and this is an AND gate. So if you're not familiar with NOT gates and AND gates and binary, I would suggest to go and look at our course on logic gates. That'll really bring you up to speed on all the different symbols of the different types of gates. There's only 3 different types of gates, but there can be multiple gates grouped together to create a circuit, and that's what we're looking at here. So if you're struggling with this video and this explanation, go and check out the course on logic gates. So moving on, we've got 0 as our value for A, and then when we pass 0 through a NOT gate, which is this gate here, it flips. So this bit goes from being a 0 to being a 1. And now here, and until it gets into this next logic gate, it's equal to 1. So when it gets to Q here, we can see that Q is equal to 1. So we can fill in 1 for Q. And for B, B is also equal to 0, same as A. So when we put 1 and 0 into an AND gate, we get the result of P. Now, if you remember, with an AND gate, both of the values have to be 1 for the result to be 1. Now, both of these values are not 1, so the result will be 0. So that's just an explanation of how the first row was calculated. So using the same logic, we're going to go and have 0 for A, and we're going to have 1 for B. So similar to last time, when 0 passes through this NOT gate, it gets flipped and it becomes 1. So Q here is 1. And then with B, B will be going into this AND gate along with Q. Now this time both Q and B are 1. So when they both go into this AND gate, the result will be 1. So we can write 1 down here. Now for the third input, we have A being 1 and we have B being 0. So again, 1 is going to be passed through this NOT gate, so it's going to be flipped to a 0. So Q is actually going to be 0 and B is 0. So there's 2 zeros being passed into this AND gate, which will give an output of 0. And then finally, we have our input of 1 and 1. So both A and B have an input of 1. Again, this gets flipped when it goes through this NOT gate. This becomes 0. So Q will be 0. And B is 1. So 0 and 1 going into an AND gate. Both of them are not 1. So the result will also be 0. So if we go back to the question, we can go and fill in the answers that we got. So this is the final answer for this question 3.